If we click on calculate, this number is about to blow your mind just a little bit, but I'm gonna make a case for it. We click on calculate. This is 4.6, not million, billion dollars. Your $180,000 investment has grown to $4.6 billion, and by the time you pull it out, guess what? It's going to be tax free. Hey everybody, it's Eddie here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you can trade cryptocurrency tax-free. Not only that, I will also talk about how you can retire through cryptocurrency tax-free. So if that sounds interesting, definitely stick around. The company that I'm going to be talking about today is called itrustcapital. Now, many of you might have heard it through other crypto influencers and on YouTube and other articles, but today I'm going to be actually diving in to show you guys the actual platform, how it works, and kind of go over the numbers with you guys. If you guys are interested in signing up, I do have a referral link down below. If you guys use my code, you do get the first month off, but I'll share more on that later. Also, just a reminder, I am not a financial advisor, nor anything that I share on this channel financial advice, so make sure you guys do your own research, due diligence before you make any sort of decision. Right now, I am on the homepage. I'm going to quickly go through this and then show you guys my account. itrustcapital is the world's largest and #1 crypto IRA 401k platform in America, where you can trade cryptocurrency and physical gold and silver as well. When you create an account with itrustcapital, what you're doing is you're opening up an IRA. When you trade inside that account, every time you make any sort of profit, it's going to be tax free. There is a 1% trading fee, which is extremely low. There are some places that are about 3%. 1% is very, very reasonable. And on top of that, you can trade 24 hours in a day. On itrustcapital, you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Chainlink, Cardano, and you can also trade various sorts of other altcoins that they do have available on their platform. Coming soon, they have Decentraland, and they usually add other altcoins over the months. You can also trade physical gold and silver if that is something that you are interested in, but for me, I'm a cryptocurrency guy. I'd rather hold Bitcoin than physical gold. When you open up a brokerage account, the first question you always have to ask is, who is holding my crypto? Where is my crypto being held? Well, in this case, Coinbase is the one that has custody over our cryptocurrency held in cold storage. So, in my personal opinion, your funds are going to be safe. You also have Curve, which is being acquired by PayPal, which is one of the largest online transaction platforms. If you want to learn more, you can always check out their website. On the top right corner, it should say login. Since I'm already logged in, it's this dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So my personal account type is a Roth IRA. Account number is going to be blocked out because I don't want you guys to see it. But my portfolio value at the moment is $2,641. But my initial investment was actually $2,500, and my account has grown about $140. Now, there are some pros and cons with a Roth IRA, but I'm going to share the main points. You can only contribute $6,000 a year as of 2021. That may increase over time. Number two, all the gains you make is going to be entirely tax-free. Now, the major con is that you cannot pull out any of those funds until you retire at the age of 59. But if you wanted to pull it out early, well, there is going to be a penalty fee, and that usually is going to vary, but I believe it's somewhere around 10%. So when you put money into this account, expect not to pull it out of the account until you turn 59. But if in case of emergency and you need that fund, you can always pull it out early, but with a fee. Now, if you scroll down, you can see a bunch of crypto options where you can buy and sell. So itrustcapital is pretty much like your crypto.com account, your Coinbase account, your Binance account, where you can trade, buy, and sell. Right now, I don't have any cash in my account, but if I were to, I would click buy. USD to BTC. Price right now of one Bitcoin is at 49.6K. I only have 10 cents, but let's see if I could buy 10 cents worth of Bitcoin. Preview buy. Nope, I cannot. So you do have to have a minimum of $30 to trade. But if I wanted to sell, I would click on sell. Right now, I have a 0.3 Ethereum. I would copy that, paste that over there, preview sell, and then it would let me know how much transaction fee is, trade in USD, and I would click sell now. But in my case, I don't want to sell, so I'm going to hold on to it. Now, in order to buy any sort of cryptocurrency on the platform, you do have to transfer cash over first. You would go over to the US dollar section. You can ignore this over here. You would click on add funds, then click on cash contribution, and then you would put a minimum of $1,000. Now, if you try to put less than $1,000, well, you're gonna see that it's gonna say, sorry, at this time you can only add a minimum of $1,000. So you do have to add $1,000, contribution year 2021, deposit, and then you'll receive an email letting you know the steps that are required to send funds into your account. And then what you're gonna have to do from there is you're gonna have to connect the itrustcapital account into your bank account. So in my case, I bank with Chase. Now, one thing to note, with any wire transfer, there is going to be a fee, a $25 fee, and it's going to be a flat rate. So whether I send $1,000 or $2,500, it's still going to be $25. Or if I want to send $5,000 over, well, it's still going to be $25. So if you want to make like a one transfer and done type of deal, transfer as much as you can, but the max contribution you can make into your Roth IRA every single year is $6,000. So you cannot send over more than $6,000 as of 2021. Just wanted to confirm one more time, it is $6,000 and $7,000 if you are age 50 or older. Once you schedule the transfer, the money will arrive into your account within 24 hours, and then you can start buying and selling and trading. Now, one of the reasons why $6,000 is the limitation for your contribution is because if people put in too much money and trade within their Roth account, they can become way too rich, and by the time they retire, they can retire with too much money, right? Too much money tax-free. The government doesn't like that. But one of the nice things about cryptocurrency is that the returns are much greater than the traditional market. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you do sign up with my code, you do get your first month for free. That means that there is a monthly payment that is involved when you use itrustcapital. So if this is something that you just want to check out for a month, definitely do so. But for me, it is never about how much it's going to cost me, but how much I'm going to make. You know, like when a photographer or a videographer looks at a $5,000 camera, they're not thinking about, dang, it's going to cost me $5,000. They're thinking about, wow, with this $5,000 investment, I can be making $10, $20, $30, $100,000 through these jobs. So to me, that $30 a month through itrustcapital really isn't that much, considering how much you could be making through just Bitcoin alone. This is Bitcoin's annualized return since the beginning in 2011. We've had 2 red years, but other than that, the returns have been amazing. I don't know if we'll ever see these sort of gains in the 1,000% range, especially 5,000%. That is crazy. But I do expect us to see somewhat of like a 100%, 88%. But let's be more conservative and just target 50% annualized returns year over year. So let's say for the next 30 years, you invest into Bitcoin only in your itrustcapital account. So let's just say you buy $6,000 worth of Bitcoin today, and every single year you decide to add $6,000 into your Roth IRA account because that is the max contribution. That number may grow over time, right? Years to grow, let's just say 30 years. Say you're 30 years old and you want to, retire when you're 30. Interest rate, well, let's just say Bitcoin every single year, even with downs in the hundreds and thousands of percents that we might see, let's just say you get 50% annualized returns. If we click on calculate, this number is about to blow your mind just a little bit, but I'm going to make a case for it. We click on calculate. This is 4.6, not million, billion dollars. Your $180,000 investment has grown to $4.6 billion, and by the time you pull it out, guess what? It's going to be tax free. Just to confirm, it's going to be 4. We got 1 comma, 2 comma, 3 comma. Dang, that is crazy. At first I thought it was 4.6, but when I counted how many commas there were, I realized no, it's $4.6 billion. That's crazy, right? Now, if you're thinking, Eddie, 50% year over year for the next 30 years, that sounds too good to be true. All right, I think so too, right? You could be skeptical. Let's just kind of reduce that down to 25%. 25%. Calculate. Well, still, your $180,000 investment has grown to $29 million. $29 million tax-free. This is better than any sort of traditional Roth. So personally for myself, I have a Roth IRA in the stock market. I invest into mutual funds, index funds, S&P 500, NASDAQ. Keep it very safe, right? But after doing all this and running all the numbers, I realized why. I'm going to just invest into Bitcoin as my retirement. It's slightly more of a risky play, but I truly believe that Bitcoin will be here in 30 years. It's not going away. I think if people think it's going to go away, I wouldn't be investing in it right now. But I really do believe in 30 years, Bitcoin will be here. Now, this strategy is just strictly you just buy and hold Bitcoin. You don't even trade it. You don't sell it. You just buy, you hold, and leave it for the rest of your life. So for me, in my iTrustCapital account, I'm going to be maxing out my Roth through Bitcoin. I'm never going to sell it. Even through the dips, I'm not going to sell. I'm going to buy, and buy, hold. And so if you ask me, hey, Eddie, do you plan on holding Bitcoin for a very long time? This is going to be my hodl bag. Like, this is where I'm going to be holding for retirement. You know, $123 million minus $180,000, which is your initial investment, equals $28.8 million. This is your profit, guys, and it's going to be entirely tax-free by the time you retire. Now we're going to talk about the fees, right? You pay $30 every single year times 12 equals, that's $360 every single year. You invest into your Roth for the next 30 years equals, you've paid a total of $10,800 in fees to iTrustCapital. Now, if I ask you, hey, would you be willing to pay $11,000 in fee for a $29 million return? If you say no to that, you're crazy. That's just my personal opinion. Can you imagine paying taxes on $29 million, even if it's long-term capital gains? That is a huge amount of taxes. So for me, the fees, I don't even worry about it. They can take my money as long as I am able to have a Bitcoin IRA account. That is unbelievable. It's just my personal opinion. Say you're not able to contribute $6,000 a year, right? Because that is a lot of money for some people. Let's just say that you can contribute $2,500 because I believe that is the minimum required amount in the account. But let's just say you contribute another $2,500 every single year. Years to grow 30%, and let's even go lower to 20% every single year. Well, that is still going to be $4.1 million that you'll retire with. 2,500 times 30, well, your $75,000 investment now grew to $4.1 million. So regardless, guys, it's going to be a win-win situation. iTrustCapital, I am so glad they exist. I do hold Ethereum in this account. I do plan on selling it into Bitcoin eventually, but my strategy moving forward with iTrustCapital is just to stick with Bitcoin, put my money in there, don't think about it until I turn 59. I'll be pulling it out, and can't wait to retire as a potential billionaire. That'd be amazing. Well, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave it down below. I do plan on making a second video covering all of your questions and just an update on how my Roth is doing. But other than that, I hope we can all retire as crypto millionaires and billionaires. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Over. Good night, good morning, adios.